Hi everybody, it's Friday the 5th of August. It's coming up to around 6:45 recording time, and it's HHV, the judge. You start the weekend with two big free selections for two big Saturday races. So Judge, how are you, mate?
Yeah, fine, mate. Thank you. Yeah, it's been quite a successful week considering, really, because the racing's been pretty ordinary, isn't it? You know, it's just all leads. You know, everything leads now to York now after this weekend, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. We're going to look at two races at Haydock, but just to say,
yes,
for my HFC members, I'm going to be releasing a Sugar Cup special card market in tomorrow's morning's email, so don't miss it, about how you can get involved at Ascot for Sugar Cup Day. And later tonight, after we've finished, and this goes up on YouTube, on his own Judge Pottage channel, the judge has got two big free Saturday bets. So check that out later, subscribe to both channels, and give us a thumbs up. Right, Judge, we're going to go to Haydock. We're staying away from Ascot. Two good races.
We are. But I just want to quickly mention, mate, how unlucky you were last week. I think it's always worth bringing up, isn't it? You know, you've got to crow a little bit. You've come up with all 25 to 1 that's nutted and 125 to 1 shot that's come full. So I'm going to say, well done, mate.
Well, I'm not one for bigging myself up.
No, I've got to. But, I mean, you can't pat yourself on the back for that close effort. I think you've got to, you know, what's what we're in the game for, really, isn't it? Tipping horses that didn't win.
I gave Tab Deed in the stewards, and of course the big, it was 150s.
Yeah, that's all quite 150s. Yeah, what a shout.
And I did say that had French group form, and it was absolutely insane that it was that price.
Absolutely.
So we got the second and the fourth, and of course, well done to Michael Dodds for winning it again with a horse that hardly anybody mentioned, did they?
No. Funny enough, I ended up back in the other horse that was going for the double, who actually I think is one for another day. But got to give it to it. You know, 25 to 1 was a good price for a horse that won the race the year before. So they're there.
So we had a good week before with the King George. We had a great week last week if you followed the selections with Tab Dean and the Biggie. And we'll try and do it again today. So two Haydock races. We're going to have a look at the 225 first, Judge. It's 7 go to post, so a bit of a disappointing field. It's the Betfred Plays Fred's 5 million handicap. What a snappy title that is. And they raced just over a mile. A good to soft bit of dig. So we've not seen that for a few weeks. A bit of soft.
No.
Electrical Storm is the favourite, 2 to 1 pretty much across the board. I'm going to come to you first, Judge. What do you make of this race? Well,
first thing I've got to say, this is Haydock, so it does make a difference to me the going here. And if it is genuinely good to soft, or is there? I'm hoping they might have put a bit of water on. It's hard to say tonight until we've actually look at the times and everything. I wanted to be against the favourite here. I didn't fancy it at all. Electrical Storm. I've got to say it. I thought it was a shocking price.
Yeah, well, they'll be hoping lightning strikes twice, won't they?
Absolutely.
We're all weak.
Yeah, we keep drumming them up. I thought it was a terrible price. The form of its last run hasn't really worked out that well, and even the York win wasn't the greatest York race. For that particular grade, I don't think. So I want to be against the favourite here. So, and there's some bookmakers going 3 places. Please take advantage of those. I believe Hills and Skybet definitely were.
And Coral Leisure.
And Coral, there we go. So if you can get on. I like the top horse here, Young Fire. I like an Amara horse. I think it's round about sort of 6 to 1, 13 to 2 with most bookmakers elsewhere. I think he's got a great chance here. This horse has got really good Haydock form. It's 7th, first, 3rd. Won this race last year and 4th. It won this race off a £4 higher mark. I think it's handicapped to be there or thereabouts. Obviously, probably wouldn't want the firm ground, but if it's genuinely good or good to soft, I'm very happy with the going. This horse ran a great race the other week behind Orban. In that race, it came eighth in that race. I think it's actually been showing better form than it looked. Its best run this year was actually at this course behind Takarib Bay when it came 4th. I think it's got to be thereabouts, Simon. Obviously, if you can get the 3 places, I'll definitely play each way. Otherwise, if it's 2 places, I'm afraid I'd have to go win only. So it's Young Fire for me, mate.
Yeah, Embers only. Yeah, Young Fire.
Yes.
Now, I like you. I want to take on this jolly Electrical Storm. I think that's very, very short at 2 to 1.
It is.
I'm also against the second favourite, Mr. McCann, and the third favourite, La Trinidad, who I have followed over a series of clips.
Yeah, I don't know that.
They're reaching for the cheek pieces in desperation with that. I think it's a very talented horse who doesn't put it all in, it would appear, and the trainer seems to think that, reaching for those cheek pieces. So I'll give the top three the swerve. Now, I can see your angle on Young Fire, but I'm going for number 2 on your card, Fame and Acclaim. A course and distance winner here, trained by Les Eyre, ridden by Lewis Edmonds, who I think is a very underrated rider. Now, got beaten quite a long way in a decent race at Hamilton last time. But before that, I'd won here. And he comes back here off only £1 higher than that win. And I think that is a really, really interesting thing off 93 fact. Because if he's in that sort of form, and I always forgive him at a decent price, one bad run. So, you know, it was behind Austrian Theory. It was a decent race. He never really got into it. I think the ground was plenty firm enough for him as well. And I'm really good. I think if you watch a replay of that race, when his chance had gone, he kind of coasted home as though the jockey thought, he's been given 39 days off. They've come here back to where they've won. This is a better race, but he's off a very similar mark. And again, if you can get 3 places, I think he's outstanding at 12 to 1. So I'm in the Fame game. Fame and Acclaim. You can get 12 to 1 with us. One of those firms going 3 places. You're going Young Fire, best price 13 to 2 at the moment. So we're taking on the front 4 in the market with 2 big price selections. The judge on Young Fire, and I'm on Fame and Acclaim. Now, let's go to the 3 o'clock. Now I'll have a look at this first. This is I think this is the race of the day. At Haydock anyway. It's the Betfred Rose of Lancaster Stakes over 1 mile 2 and 100 yards, 45 grand pot. It's a class 1. It's a listed race, I believe, Judge.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Is it? I thought I got it down to Group 3. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, it's a Group 3. I stand corrected.
Apologise. Yeah.
Corrected. Yeah.
Sorry.
I shall resign as soon as we finish. Now, Grocer Jack is a very, very short price favourite at 11 to 8. Now, you know, to state the bleeding obvious, he's clearly got a huge chance. He's rated 118, which puts him well clear of these. He won his last race at Newbury. He's clearly an improving type. William Haggis, Tom Marquand. I just think he's very, very short on ground he's unproven on. And he's the type of short price favourite that I'll quite happy to let him win. I want to take this horse on. Now, the one I'm going for here is Royal Champion, trained by Roger Varian in the famous colours that he's had so many top group horses, the yellow with the black spots. Andrea Azzini takes the ride. Now, he has it to do on the book, but you can get 10 to 1. Now, he was last seen on Derby Day, a winner at 14 to 1, but it was a bit of late money for him that day. And he beat Soto Sizzler by 2 3/4 lengths. Now, Soto Sizzler is an absolute Epsom nut specialist horse, and that was an incredible performance. Now, many of the reports that went out and the sort of weekender stuff and the horses to follow stuff suggested that races like at York with John Smith's Cup, all these top handicaps were at Royal Champion's mercy. But Varian and these owners are not really that interested in handicap winners, have eschewed that, and they've come here to a Group 3 at Haydock. I think it's highly significant because there were some big pots open to this horse, but they're going down the group race route instead. They clearly think there's a lot more to come. If you watch that race at Epsom, it was such an improvement. It was only the 4th run of his life. So even though he's 4, there's so much scope for this to improve. And I think he's going to bustle up the old Grocer Jack. And he's a strong each way bet for me. Royal Champion, 10 to 1. At least 2 firms, Skybet and Hills, are going 4 places. If you can nab that. If you can't, I still think he's a great each way poke at 3s.
Yeah.
But if you can get the 4, get him. So I'm very much behind this Royal Champion. What do you think, Judge?
Well, I'm like you. These are the type of favourites. Obviously, you look stupid when they bolt up, but for me, you've got to be against them for a few reasons. I mean, it's the race it won last time out fell apart. It seemed to win a fast ground race. It either looks a world beater, but it beat a load of horses that, to me, didn't act on the ground, possibly. There's question marks with the form anyway. And you've got to take 6-4 against some real solid opposition here. So, you've got the John Smith form, which I particularly like. You've got the fact you've got Anne Mart and Intelligent, which I've never been accused of. No. Both running in there, And also even Certain Lad was out of that race. That's an excellent piece of form because the second and fourth have both come out and won out of that race. And I believe there's been one or two, and What's the Story has, and a couple of others. It's a good line of form. It is every year in it. The job is.
Can I just say, Judge, there is a little word for Certain Lad doing the rounds.
Yes, look, it's a type of horse. I'm looking at this race and I feel like it's a good each way race because I think the favourite would probably be win or blow out. It's so you kind of might even have all 3 or 4 places to go for. So I think I'll be quite happy to have a couple of pokes personally here, but the one I will be tipping up here, just because I think he's bang solid. He's been running so consistently late, and he's a slightly bigger price. I'm going for Intelligent. Obviously, Jane Chapel-Iams' horses have been going very well. She had a Group 1 winner in the week as well. So her horses have been going well pretty much most of the season. This horse has been hitting the bar, the posts. I'm just hoping it's got a great chance of hitting the back of the net. I mean, it ran ever so well, like I say, in the John Smith's Cup over this trip. And also, it ran a great race. It was the Hunt Cup as well, wasn't it? Which the Hunt Cup form is mustard. There's been winners galore out of that as well, which you would expect. But I just think, each way, is it round 15-2? I think he's got to be there or thereabouts myself. And
Paddy Power 15-2 and Betfair Sports.
Yes, certainly some 7s, whatever about. I think, once again, I think you do a lot worse in following him behind. But so for me, I'm going to have to be a little bit clever. I'm back in Intelligent.
Oh, I like it. See what he did there. So we've got Royal Champion, we've got Intelligent, something this show's never been accused of being. And we've got, just reiterating the 225, the race before, we've got Fame and Acclaim for me at 12s. The judge is on fire, Young Fire, 13-2, best price. So again, we're banging in big prices. We're giving you some real options if these come off to have a real good Saturday tickle. That's what this show's about. There are plenty of people giving you short price favourites. And let me tell you, you don't even have to watch their shows because you can pick short price favourites yourself. Anybody can. That's the thing about short price jollies, but we're trying to get them beat. And if you follow us, you have a big chance of getting them beat. And why am I saying that? Look at the video vault. Time after time after time on Fridays, we have done the business. So give us a thumbs up. We do appreciate all likes and shares. If you see this on Twitter and you do like it, what we're doing, please share it. We appreciate it. We really, really do. Don't miss Judge Pottage's channel tonight. 2 big freebies. And HFC Club members, I implore you, be ready bright and early for that email because I'm releasing the Sugar Cup card marker special at my #1 track, Ascot Heath. So, Judge, I'll probably see you Monday night at Windsor, my old mate.
Well, I do. I'm planning on it, mate. It'd be lovely to see you.
So if you are there, folks, do pop over and say hello.
Come over and say hello. I'll be wiggling.
And I'll be wearing it, but he won't be wearing one. So that's how you know it's us. So have a great weekend. If you are going to Ascot, enjoy the Sugar Cup. If you're just watching it on the old Jack-and-Ellie at home, then hope you win with us and with the judges' bets and with my Ascot card marker. We've got everything covered. It's going to be great. I'll see you Monday night, Judge. Take it easy. And remember, if you can't be clever, be careful.
See you later.